I'm Dr. Angelo Farouk, President of the Riverside Unified School District Board of Education. On October 16, 2017, our superintendent, Dr. David Hansen, and the RUSD Board of Education made a clear call to action to create an equity task force to address the opportunity and achievement gaps that exist within our school district. The team was charged to provide a focus and clear direction on the following two objectives: to operationalize what equity means for Riverside Unified School District, its staff, parents, and students; to establish the framework to transform RUSD into a leading educational organization that readily addresses the achievement and opportunity gaps for all of our students. It is our vision to inspire students to take advantage of life's opportunities in a global society by preparing them academically. Here in RUSD, our goal is to proactively create an organization that develops leadership in every seat, embraces focused, outcome-based collaboration and informative inquiry, and is aligned in our values and systems. Equity and access for our students is imperative to ensure that we are providing them with all of the tools that they need to be successful and thriving citizens. A variety of our students attend our schools with a range of circumstances that include the following: 67% qualify as socioeconomically disadvantaged, 11% are students with disabilities, 17% are English learners, 15% are reclassified fluent English proficient, 5% are homeless, and 1% are foster youth. We are proud to boast a diverse student population that represents over 40 languages spoken. 64% of our students identify as Hispanic Latino, which is the largest of our student population. 21% white, 6% African American, and 4% Asian American and Pacific Islander. It is our honor to help empower our 42,000 future leaders across 50 schools in Riverside so that they can harness their talented backgrounds and make a difference in the world.
Dr. Farouk just shared the urgency to address the opportunity, achievement, and access gap for all of our students. In RUSD, we frame our educational program around the Guide for Instructional Direction. It is our mission to provide engaging, innovative, and equitable learning experiences for all students so they can take advantage of opportunities and have an extraordinary life. The Portrait of a Grad delineates the expectations for all students to be college, career, and world ready. It provides an inclusive lens that communicates the knowledge, concepts, skills, and habits students need for their futures. It is essential learning. Regardless of our students' backgrounds, in RUSD, we 100% believe that demographics do not determine destiny. Our systems must support our belief.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Perez, Assistant Superintendent of Instructional Support. I have the sincere honor to lead this work. More accurately, lead the collaboration with my colleagues on the steering team and garner the great input from the task force. So why equity and why now? The California School Dashboard is an online tool that shows how districts and schools are performing on the state and local indicators included in this California School Accountability System. The dashboard is a key part of the state's accountability system and really raises the bar for student learning, has transformed testing, and places a focus on equity for all students. The dashboard provides information that schools can use to improve access and learning. Our data suggests that we need to address the achievement gap and opportunity gap for our students. According to the 2018 results, we have growth areas district-wide in chronic absenteeism, suspension rates, English language arts and math, and the college and career indicator. The state's goal is for all success indicators to reach a green or blue color. Because these data points are summative or annual, RUSD is developing its own success indicator dashboard. This will allow for more robust and frequent data monitoring system that provides the public a view of how we're making progress. But it will also have a dynamic portion that will allow staff, teachers, and principals to track data in real time. We're taking a systemic approach to addressing equity in RUSD. Equity in itself is a multifaceted problem when not addressed. As indicated in the Guide for Instructional Direction, the cycle of inquiry is paramount to truly analyzing our data, planning effective next steps, and acting on these steps, as well as reflecting on what we did. So we developed a community-based task force that is supported by a steering team comprised of educational services staff to execute the work itself. Our approach is to tackle equity from 4 entry points: policies that mandate how we do business, procedures that denote the steps to achievement, protocols that are used both at the district and site level, and professional learning to impact a staff member's understanding and knowledge base to better support our students.
I'm Brent Lee, and I'm delighted to serve as the trustee representative on the Equity Task Force. When the Board of Education and Dr. Hansen realized that equity in RUSD is a paramount endeavor, we recognize that this work requires the work of all involved, including our families, our parents, and the community. And we're fortunate to live in a city that supports our district with all of our endeavors, especially those for the betterment of our students. The task force is comprised of members of our community groups, such as the NAACP, Latino Network, and True Evolution. We have partners from our higher education community, from Riverside Community College, UCR, and California Baptist University. We also have partners in education from the Riverside County Office of Education, business partners from the Chamber of Commerce and the Mayor's Office, as well as our parent groups, the African American Parent Advisory Council, the District English Learner Advisory Committee, and the Community Advisory Committee, as well as the Parent Teacher Association. We also made sure to include our student representatives, and we have representatives from all of our high schools within the district. Over the last year and a half, the task force has convened to develop an operational definition of equity.
Equity is accomplished when access is based on need and every student is provided with what they individually require to learn and succeed to fulfill their academic and social advancement.
Eliminate disparities and inequitable practices.
Honor individuality with a focus on high outcomes for all.
Implement inclusive practices and policies.
The steering team leads the efforts in executing these actions, while the task force provides critical feedback and input on the progress of the actions, as well as considers any other ideas that would positively impact not only our students, but the system overall.
Our actions this year span the 4 objectives of our equity definition. These actions are: eliminate disparities and inequitable practices, which include analyze, revise, and implement changes to their homework policies, analyze, revise, and implement changes to mastery-based learning, analyze current site-level practices in family engagement, review our success indicator data points to identify barriers to success for student groups, audit and analyze specialty student programs, implement inclusive practices and policies, revise mission and vision statements to reflect equity, value, and belief system, honor individuality with a focus on high outcomes for all, engage students to identify their needs, and implement professional development for staff to increase cultural proficiency. Guarantee respectful treatment where all individuals feel valued. Task the equity steering team to guide and implement efforts across the district, and reconvene the Equity Task Force on a quarterly basis to reflect on and monitor actions taken throughout the year. These actions are intended to have an impact on the system: policies, practices, protocols, and professional learning. Annually, these actions are reflected upon, data is collected, and reported to the board for additional recommendations in the subsequent year.
Our work is urgent, long-term, and systemic, and there's no quick fix to ensuring access and equity for all of our students. It requires all of us working together to a common purpose, and I'm excited that together with our Board of Education, we are systemically analyzing our systems and addressing equity from all aspects of the organization. Now, as your superintendent, I want to thank you for your work with our students each and every day. Together, we will create systems and awareness to close the equity gap, to close the achievement gap, and also the opportunity gap for our kids. And as Alexander Denhyer says, when a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower.